Hello everyone. In this video, I'd like to talk about Donald Trump and Republican Party's healthcare effort, or should I say failure. Basically, at the beginning, when Donald Trump was campaigning, came out with a healthcare plan. Don't ask me to recall it, I don't know exact details of it. But anyway, when he first proposed it, when he first got into office and proposed it, it wound up not getting voted in, and it was one of his it's noted as one of his defeats of his presidency. But then there was the Republican Senate tried 7 times again later after that, and all of those proposals wound up dismal failures. I think part of the problem why their healthcare efforts wind up as not going through or winding up a failure is because what they're doing is they're coming up with it seems they're coming up with another version of Obamacare and not much else. As far as the Republican Party coming up with a healthcare policy, I don't think they're going to be able to do it. They haven't done it in 7 or 8 months that Trump has been in office. They haven't come up with a healthcare proposal that's even remotely going to pass. So what I do see the Republicans, Trump and the Republican Party accomplishing with Obamacare is maybe making some changes to it, or fixing some of the problems that are inherent in Obamacare. As far in the latest effort for the Republican Party in trying to repeal it, and the only reason why they did that is because the donors into that party, and this goes along with special interest and dumping money into political parties, basically threatened GOP with not withholding funds for their next political election unless they put forth a repeal. Now the Republicans knew that if they tried to repeal, it was going to be a failure, but they went ahead with it anyway. So when they went ahead with it, that wound up in failure. You can't blame, there's no one to really, in the party really to blame for the failure of the appeal. What's happened with Obamacare is a lot of states now have gotten comfortable with the Medicare part of it and spreading Medicare into it. Now what's happening in healthcare, and what will eventually overturn Obamacare, in states like California, Oregon, Washington, what's been proposed and what's been proposed in quite a few other states is universal health care, or better yet, single-payer system. In California, you might want to know, it did pass into the Senate, but the Senate eventually rejected it until they can come up with a new cost system for it, because they don't have the cost system down. The benefit of a single-payer health system is they get rid of the insurance companies. Now, when they did do the studies for it, and they found that the single-payer health system would be cheaper to implement and carry forward than currently what Obamacare is, because Obamacare can't control, nobody has any control over the cost. With the universal health care, what's beneficial to this is the government has full control over the costs, which is a real problem with Obamacare. Do I see universal health care passing? I see it passing in California. For example, there's a lot of interest in it with a lot of, it's all Democratic Party in California. So there's a lot of interest in it among the Democrats, and there's currently they said they would take it up in the next session next year, when they have a better grip on how they can do the cost structure and everything else, and when they have more studies done on it. I see it passing in California, and once it passes in California, I see in other states implementing it as well. And that's what's going to be the next healthcare system. And as far as the Republicans doing anything with healthcare for the rest of the term that Trump is in office, the only changes I see them making in it is cosmetic changes and maybe fixing some of the problems that are in Obamacare. They're not going to be able to get rid of it. So with that said, that's all I have to say in this video. Peace, everyone.